This is a really, really special topic for me. It's my favorite topic to share on becoming a powerful healer because I have been in such sacred study for about 20 years and have learned so many different modalities and studied with many different kinds of masters, traveled to the Amazon, sat with sacred guides, been initiated in so many different lineages. And tapping is my favorite out of them all. It has taken me far and wide. Earlier on, when I discovered tapping, after studying Reiki and NLP and somatic movement, tapping was the ideal method that supported me in healing early PTSD from sexual trauma as a child. And so that's what put me on the path of healing. And then I realized that I needed to pay it forward. And so I began in a very small town in Australia, and all of a sudden, I grew into a place of sharing this method on world stages. And I became the EFT tapping coach for Mind Valley and producing programs with them and teaching with them. And then having the opportunity to go on tour with Deepak Chopra and Don Miguel Ruiz, author of Four Agreements, and launch my book with Don Miguel. And I've had so many amazing opportunities to share my work on the public stage and around the world. And last year, I had a massive wake up call. So, after 20 years of really being deep in the work, I was hit with a chronic illness. And for about 8 months, I was completely out. For 6 months, I couldn't even get out of bed. And it was a moment where I really had to drink my own medicine. And it also made me realize that it doesn't matter how well developed we have become with our skills, how much we're helping others, we're all still growing and evolving. And that was a really beautiful wake up for me, that I had to really take care of myself, because for years I had been building and traveling and teaching, and I had a lot of cleanup to do around letting go of a past relationship. And there were things that were underneath the surface for me. And so it was really an initiation into discovering and understanding chronic illness, because I had healed a lot of sexual trauma. I had worked with high performance. I had really grown my business with this method, and done a lot of like clearing of self-doubt from being a small town girl to being on global stages. But I'd never, ever had to work through a chronic illness. And it was so powerful for me because I was literally in bed for 6 months. I couldn't get out of bed, and I was forced to be with my own physical discomfort. And out of all of the healers that I know, and I have some amazing friends that have massive audiences and that are on global stages healing the world, out of all the people that I knew that I could lean on to be helped, guess who I went to? I went to my students. I literally leaned on my students for my healing. And so the healer became healed by the students that she had healed. And one of my graduates, Angela, who graduated in my tapping coach certification about 8 years ago, she showed up for me like a champion 3 to 4 times a week tapping with me. And I knew that I could lean on her because I had trained her in such an exquisite way, like I train all of my coaches, to hold the deepest level of safety. And when it comes to really working with healers, at the end of the day, the people that we want to work with are those that can hold deep, safe containers, not the ones that just only have, 500,000 followers on their Instagram, or have amazing ad budgets that can like broadcast to the world. And I knew people that have that, but I knew what I really needed was someone that could hold deep, safe space for my healing, because I was like out of control. I couldn't eat food for 20 days. I was bleeding when I was going to the toilet. I was throwing up. My whole system was like purging. And she came in with the method that I taught her, and she held me through the peeling of all those layers, and I came back to life. And so it just reinforced how proud I am of my students, of my coaches, and the kind of community that gets created through my work where we're all growing and evolving together. And so that's my intention with you today, is to help you recognize that I'm human, I'm growing, and I've developed these amazing tools that can get you and can get your clients through the dark night of the soul when it's really needed. And today we're going to go through some really beautiful practices that you get to bring into your own life that you can then also bring into your clients' lives as well. So before we jump into it, I would love to hear from you. Where are you at in your healing journey? Are you helping others? Are you in your own healing? Are you stepping out into becoming a coach? What kinds of tools have you practiced? One of the beautiful things I love about healers is we love our tools. You know, there's just so many practices. We've got hypnosis, we've got yoga, we've got meditation, we've got Reiki, we've got somatic movement, we've got guided visualization. There's just so many tools. And many of us have been practicing tools for years. And so I'd love to just hear kind of what you've been practicing, what you've been putting into your life or your clients' lives to understand where you're at as well. Just started learning this method. Amazing, Sarah. Helping others. I'm a yoga teacher that also incorporates tapping and wants to learn more, trying to figure that out on my own healing. Chiropractor, own healing, working on healing myself so I can help others. Beautiful. EFT, NLP, massage therapist, personal yoga, meditation. Nice. I'm a nurse. Nice to see you. Those who signed up through Boho Beautiful, yoga instructors, healers, working on myself, psychologists, yoga teachers. Beautiful. So about 15 years ago, I was a yoga teacher, and I spent about 6 months living in India and spent a lot of time with that practice as well as breath work and meditation. So today you're going to get a little experience of some of these methods that maybe you've even studied yourself and how they blend really well with tapping as well. Awesome. Self-healing at the moment. A beautiful holistic therapies. Okay, great. We have a lot of amazing tools happening in the house today, and it is my honor to introduce you to EFT tapping. And I would like to offer this class to Gary Craig. For those of you who know tapping, Gary Craig was the founder of EFT tapping, and he passed away just 3 days ago. And so this is a tribute to a man who brought through this tapping and gave it so generously to the world and all of the lineages of teachers that have followed him. And he is a remarkable human being, the way he gifted this to the world. And I have just such a deep respect for the work that he's done and continuing the lineage for him. So thank you, Gary Craig. We feel you. We love you. We're continuing this work. Beautiful. Awesome. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to jump into our presentation for the day, and that's going to set us up for what we're going to experience. You're going to learn about some ways that you can really enhance your capacity as a healer. Then we're going to go into a really beautiful tapping session so that you can experience them in your own embodiment, because I always say the best way to share is from a place of being embodied. So I'm going to give you that experience. And then after the class, we're going to go into my early bird offering, which is we're opening up our tapping coach certification. And so if you wanted to stay on for that part of the class, it's at the end. I'll be talking more about that. Also, I have some special bonuses to give you guys if you stay to the end as well. So that's what's going to be our call for the next hour and 15 minutes. And you're going to have an opportunity to really have a deep dive within yourself as well today. So we're just touching all of the levels. Awesome. So let's jump over right now to our presentation. Okay. Sacred wisdom, how to become a powerful healer using EFT tapping. This is a somatic, emotional, and spiritual approach to deep transformation. And all of these three are super important to me, my own philosophy, and the way that I teach. And when I say spiritual, what I am referring to is our connection to unconditional love. And so it doesn't matter what label you put on it, whether it's a religion or whether it's your own spiritual practice. When I say spiritual, I say we're connecting to this field of unconditional love that is holding us and all of creation. And when we invite that in to our sessions, that level of love gets to come in and be part of the healing. So as we move into this, what are the parts that really make a powerful healer? So, first of all, there's the practical aspects and the training that allows you to really understand trauma patterns at a nervous system level, and how, when the nervous system gets triggered, fight or flight, for example, that different kinds of hormonal patterns pump into the system, adrenaline, cortisol, things like that, that then put the whole body into tension. And then if that doesn't get cleared out of the body, it stores itself in the nervous system, creating PTSD. And so tapping has been known to be a huge proponent of clearing out PTSD. There's lots of tests done on war veterans and lots of childhood abuse, sexual abuse, lots of different studies on clearing out PTSD, which actually comes through the nervous system initially. Then we're moving beyond mindset. So we're moving into somatic, emotional, and spiritual healing. As I mentioned, mindset is amazing. You can think positive thoughts. You can even train your mind, rewire your brain, but the body is keeping the score. For those who have read the book, The Body Keeps the Score, the cellular tissues are holding memory, and the spirit is holding it as well. So working on all the levels is super important. And then alchemizing healing tools inside a session. So one of the things which I love to teach is how to move with techniques, what techniques go well where, and how to blend them into a tapping session. And you'll get to experience that with me today. And then really embodying the health and vibrancy that you want for your clients. So doing the inner work and recognizing that we don't always feel amazing as healers. Sometimes we're going through a breakup. Sometimes, a loved one has passed away, or we're going through a transition. And life is going to present us opportunities to do our own healing work so that we can actually become more masterful in holding space for those around us. So letting yourself be human and then practicing the embodiment through your own life challenges. And that will then help you facilitate the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual healing for others. So it's not about putting yourself up on a pedestal. It's about recognizing that as you step into becoming a healer, you'll also be doing your own upgrade work as well. And so there's space for both to coexist. And healing isn't just a technique, it happens through presence, safety, and embodiment. So when your nervous system is holding that field for others, that creates safety for others to unfold. And so how do you enter into containers holding a cultivated nervous system? All right, step number one. And what I love about tapping is, for those of you who have experienced or practiced tapping, is when you're guiding others, you're also tapping on your body while they're tapping on their body. So you're getting a healing while giving others a healing. When you're saying to your client or guiding someone to say, I love and accept myself exactly as I am, you're also tapping on your own body and saying it to yourself as well. And so what I always find with my coaches is that when you're doing that, you actually exit a session feeling more rounded, healed, cultivated. You've got more energy because you actually just gave yourself a session while giving someone else a session. And this particular line is the crux of what makes this modality so powerful, because when we can really love and accept ourselves exactly as we are, that's when we create safety, because we're no longer trying to change ourselves or trying to force a change. We're accepting where we're at. And that deep acceptance is a solvent for all of the resistance to finally dissolve, because it feels safe being where it's at. Then the acceptance helps melt everything that's held in the nervous system, and the love allows the body to release that stored pain. So this particular sentence, which we're going to do a lot of today, will help you and help your clients reset, clear, reset, clear, reset, clear. And it's super simple. And these are some of the sentences that you can use in any kind of session. So, whether someone's working with money blocks, whether they're working with suicidal ideation, whether they're working with trauma patterns from child sexual abuse, whether they're working with relationship dynamics, doesn't matter what niche you're tapping with or what topic, these are used for everything. Even though I feel this way, I love and accept myself exactly as I am. Even though this happened to me, I love and accept myself exactly as I am. Even though I have these thoughts, I love and accept myself exactly as I am. And so that's why EFT is so powerful for anything that you want to work on, because you're bringing love and acceptance to the trauma, to the pain, to the emotion, love and acceptance to it all, to it all, to it all. And that starts to help shift it. Okay, this is a really important one, which I felt was important to bring to you all, especially if you're stepping into growing your business, stepping into trusting your skills as a healer, because a lot of the time we enter with a lot of self-doubt. We might self-sabotage. We might have imposter syndrome. We might feel like we need to control a session because we don't trust our abilities yet. And that is why we have to reprogram ourselves, which is what we're going to do today. We're going to reprogram our self-doubt as a healer to know that it is our love and our presence that's enough, and that we can be available for whatever arises in a session, and that we can trust the journey that the client is on. And so as we recultivate that today, we are able to then show up with more power, more presence, more availability, more intuitive listening, more ability to hold space, because we're out of our head and we're into our heart and our presence. And so I'm going to support you in activating that in a deeper way. So as you do it, your state will change. Your clients will regulate through your nervous system. That deep level of trust that you're holding in yourself and your ability as a healer creates the safety. And then that presence allows the body's intelligence to lead, because we are coming from millions of years of evolution, and the body has been designed from that evolution to naturally know how to heal itself. And so all that we're doing is we're holding a field of love so that intelligence can do what it knows how to do. That's it. We don't need to force anything. We don't need to push anything. We don't need to convince anything. We've got to create that level of safety so the intelligence can do it. And when we start leaning into that true trust, that no matter what anyone is going through, that there is an intelligence inside of them that's also healing them, that it's not all on us as a healer, that allows us to create surrender and helps them create surrender in the session as well. And then step number 3, we're going to work with a breath in the tapping session. And this is one of the codes that I love to bring into tapping that you won't see in a lot of trainings out there. And you won't even see in a lot of videos. People in the regular tapping industry are not calling in breath. And I'm so surprised by it, because the ancient knowledge of Chinese medicine is all about the movement of prana or life force through the body. And when there is a block in Chinese medicine, they'll say that these meridian lines get blocked and stagnated. And so in acupuncture, which are the same points we're tapping on in an EFT session, that those acupuncture points clear out the blocks of the pranic movement, the life force. That life force, that pranic movement through the energy body, through the meridians, is connected to nerve bundles in the body. Science has proven that now. So no longer are we doing something that's woo-woo. We're actually channeling prana through the energy body that then goes into the nervous system and starts to reset the whole system. And what is it that moves prana? It is breath. Which is why in my sessions, I'm guiding all of my coaches to bring breath into it, because breath will help unblock those meridians as we're tapping them. So there are a few breaths that I teach in my programs. Today, we're going to look at 3 different kinds of breaths. One is the long, deep breath and the sighs to clear out trauma from the meridian and nervous system. So you're going to experience today an opportunity to take long, deep breaths and sighs of sound. Now, when you sigh with sound, you're putting a vibrational current down the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve goes all the way from the cranial down to the root, and it then spreads out into all of the organs. And so when you're breathing and sighing and making a sound, you're sending vibrations down that central nerve, and that starts to heal the nervous system, which is why, again, breath and sound are super important for me. There's also long breaths with gentle holds that stabilize you after a release. So if you're having a deep emotional process, or a client is going through, for example, an anxiety attack, taking a long, deep breath, holding the breath for a moment, slowly releasing the breath, that slows down the emotional process. And so sometimes in a session, because we're working with such deep emotional imprints, you need to slow the breath down as well for your clients. And then one of my favorites is the rapid breathing, because the rapid breathing helps activate energy. For example, if a client is numb and they are feeling stuck, or they're unable to access their emotions, or you want to bring in a new vision, the rapid breath helps you heighten that energy. So these are some breathing rhythms that I recommend. And when the breath, the body aligns, that's when presence steps in and healing becomes organic. The body returns to harmony, transformation happens naturally. And we start to see the connection between the thought patterns, the emotional body, and the physical body. Because the thought patterns, when they are in fear, they trigger the fight or flight. The fight or flight triggers the nervous system. Guess what happens when the nervous system and the fight or flight is happening? That is when all of the hormones get pumped into the body, which then lowers your immune system. When the immune system is lowered, then inflammation happens. And when inflammation happens, chronic illness is born. And so that is the long line from mind to emotion to physical body. And that is why this method is so powerful, because it touches on all of these aspects. And the last thing that I will lead with this is sacred wisdom is remembered, not learned. We are not here to fix anything. We are here to guide others back home to themselves. And so as we continue to drop back into that really deep trust that there is an intelligence in our body and our emotions, that everything is guiding our evolution, then we remember that we are part of a healing fabric that knows how to heal itself. And that way we don't need to learn it. We just need to trust it. And that's what we're going to practice today. So thank you for experiencing this presentation. Now we're going to move into the session itself. And throughout the session, I'm just going to ask you to turn off any distractions, because I'm going to take you into a deep process, and I'm going to ask you to really be present with different aspects of your journey that have been really difficult for you as a healer, stepping into your trust in your leadership, trusting your ability to hold space for others and what comes up for you. And so whether you are a healer already or you're just helping friends and family, and that's usually how it starts, right? People come to you for support, people lean on you for guidance. And sometimes, whether we're early in the stage or later, we have to work through these parts of like, how do I hold my energy? How do I show up fully? How do I not get drained from the experience? How do I trust my ability to hold people through transformation? And then how do I expand it in the world? How do I really become a beacon so that I can support more lives, so that I can be a real beautiful ripple on this planet, because the planet needs us right now. Humanity needs us. Humanity needs us all. And you only need to turn on the news today to see what's taking place and to recognize how much trauma is in the field and how much trauma needs to be cleaned up. And we've all received the call, because of this time in history, we're needed. And there is no short supply. We need a lot of healers. And so if you're feeling that call, know that that's because of this time in human history and we're all being called into it. And so I'm going to support you today in looking at where you're at and where you want to be and clearing out the resistance in between so that it can integrate into your deepest level of offering. Beautiful. So let's start. I'm going to open up with a meditation for all of us. I'll pop some music on so that we can really land in the experience. And yeah, turn off any distractions. If you want to have a little pen and paper with you, there might be some downloads that come in this session, some new realizations. If you have a drink of water, maybe even some tissues if you need, because sometimes there's tears in the experience as well. And for those of you who are new to tapping, you can just trust and go along. I'm going to create safety at the start so that you can really relax into the experience. And the deeper you allow yourself to feel is the deeper the shift that you'll get. And so I'm going to ask you to really give yourself permission to feel what is present today. And then the middle of the experience is going to feel the most intense. And then I'm going to get you through that. So if you're feeling triggered in the center of this session, know that that's normal, because we want to trigger, we want to bring the triggers to the surface, and then we're going to bring them love and compassion and acceptance. We're going to breathe through them, and then we'll rewire them inside the nervous system, inside the body and the mind and the brain. So trust that process. I ask for you to stay for the whole session at least. If you feel complete at the end of the session, you don't want to stay on and learn about the program, that's totally fine. But try to stay for the whole session, because I'm going to be helping you bring stuff up, and you don't really want to leave in the middle of being triggered. You want to get to the other side where your field feels stabilized and clear and empowered, so that you can go out and share your gifts with the world. Beautiful. Okay, so let me add this music to get us started. Let's just start right now by placing one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest. And just feel yourself arrive right now. Feeling yourself grounding into the space wherever you are. Taking some long, slow, deep breaths into the body. And then just open your mouth like you're fogging up a mirror and let out a sigh. Taking another deep breath in. Exhale like you're fogging up a mirror. Beautiful. This is bringing the nervous system into a down tempo, a relaxed state. Taking another deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh. Let's do one more there. Inhale all the way into the belly, into the chest, and then a sip all the way into the third eye. And hold the breath. Feel the energy field opening and expanding all around you right now as you hold that breath. Feel it getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Feel it expanding, and then fog it up like you're fogging up that mirror. We're going to bring our hands out to the side. We're going to inhale up, and then we'll just push the energy down through the center. Beautiful. Inhale up. Exhale, push it down. And as we inhale up, we'll go up through the nose, and then we'll blow it out through the mouth like you're blowing it out of a straw. Beautiful. Let's go. We're just circulating that energy right now. This is actually the cosmic orbit of the body that we're really harnessing right now. Just keep going with that. Inhaling up, exhaling it down. Beautiful. And feel all the energy coming down and centering into your body right now. Really breathing in powerfully, sucking in all that air, all of that prana that we spoke about before, and bringing it into the body. And then inhale, lift the energy up all the way. Inhale. Hold the breath. Feel all the energy holding the breath in the field. And then really slowly push that button down through the center as if you're pushing a really heavy weight down through the body. And as you push it out, exhale slowly through the mouth, blowing it out slowly, clearing everything out that doesn't serve you so that you can arrive in the space with me right here, right now. Placing one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Gently lift your perineum. So you lift the energy up from the root, bring the attention to the third eye, the place of vision, the place of seeing. Inhale into the third eye. And as you inhale into the third eye, I want you to see where you're at in your life in terms of your healing gifts and in terms of how you're showing up for the world around you, showing up for yourself. And I want you to tune into those gifts that are turning on for you right now. Perhaps you're noticing that more people are showing up into your world that need support. Perhaps there's a deep desire to hold others, or that there's a deep love for holding containers with others. And that there is this energy expanding inside of you that wants to give more, that wants to support more. And feel that intention right now that's bubbling up inside your being. That desire to touch more lives, to help more, to be a beneficial presence in your communities and those in your life. Feel that depth that's opening up inside of you. And as you feel into that, I want you to feel into any fears you have around it. Any fears you have around supporting others, holding others, growing your gifts, growing your business as a coach, being able to stay stable, being able to support people through hard times. What are the fears that come up for you at your stage in your journey as a healer? And then I want you to go ahead and write what that is into the chat area. What is your next level of growth? Where do you feel blocked around this next level of expansion into your own healing gifts, your healing power, and your sharing with the world? And write that in the chat area for me, because that's what I'm going to bring into our session today. It really does help to have where you're at into the chat. Amazing. Worthiness. Thank you, Camille. Clarity. I don't know where to begin. I'm struggling to forgive myself for being in this bad funk. Okay. Shame. Fear of being seen. I come from a society which operates logically. Okay. Moving too fast. Fear of the unknown. Courage to take the next step. My next step in growth, see and feel my inner wisdom, allowing myself to wield power, afraid of being seen, growing my love, fear of rejection, stepping into my own power, discernment, responsibility for others' healing, trusting myself, confidence, growth, imposter syndrome, power, fear of not being good enough, being rejected, fear of being seen, fear of not being enough, empowerment, trusting myself, fear of not being good enough. Thank you for sharing all of these. I'm going to draw from these. And as I draw from these, I want you to know that exactly where you are is natural, because you're going through an identity shift from one way of being to a new way of being. And that requires an identity shift in your mind, in your emotional system, and in who you believe yourself to be. And so let's take a moment right now and massage underneath the collarbone right here. And I want you to feel into the block that you've got right now. Feel into the way that you feel stuck with it, the way you've been holding yourself back. Perhaps you've been self-sabotaging. Perhaps you've been doubting yourself. Perhaps you haven't known where to start. You're feeling scattered. Tune into what's been coming up for you. What is that block for you right now? And then I want you to lean into the discomfort of that block. So the way we clear it in tapping, we allow ourselves to feel the discomfort. So feel how uncomfortable that is in your body right now. And then on a scale of 0 to 10, if you really let yourself feel how uncomfortable that is, how much you've been struggling with it, how much you've been holding back, how much you've been fearing, how much you've been overwhelmed, how much you've been doubting, feeling that, what is that on a scale of 0 to 10? 10 being it's the most uncomfortable, 0 being I feel completely free, alive, activated, empowered, and ready. So write the number down into the chat area. And that's the number that we're going to bring down today. Okay, great. 9s, 8s, 7s, 8s, 9s, 6, 10, 8, 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 5, 10, 6. 16, 7. Okay. So as you tune into this right now, as you feel this stuckness, as you feel the struggle, I want you to now tap on the center of your chest and repeat out loud after me. If I say anything that doesn't feel completely accurate, you can change the word to match what you feel. If you feel numb, which can happen, give my word a try anyway and see if it brings something up. Even though I have some fears coming up, and repeating this after me, I love and deeply accept myself. Tapping between the brows, even though I have some fears coming up around being a healer, tapping the temples, around stepping into my powers as a healer. Even though I've been thinking, and what have you been thinking? What is a limiting thought that's been coming up for you around stepping into this next level of expansion as a healer? I'm not good enough. It's too hard. I'm not worthy. What if I fail? What if I re-traumatize someone? What if? What are the thoughts that are coming up for you? Tapping the cheeks right now. Tune into that thought right now. I've been thinking, and just tell me what you've been thinking. Tapping underneath the nose. And just feel that thought, how that's been looping inside your mind. I've been thinking. Tapping underneath the lips, and that's been really holding me back. I've been holding myself back. Tapping the center of the chest. I haven't been trusting myself fully. I've been afraid of. What have you been afraid of? And just tell me out loud. Just speak it. Speak all the things that you're afraid of right now, and just say them out loud. I'm afraid of, and just voice them. Tapping the front of the ribs. And that makes me feel, what does it make you feel when that fear comes up? Does it make you feel sad, disempowered, scared, vulnerable, worried, not good enough? What do you feel when that happens, when that thought happens? It makes me feel, say what that is. Tapping the side of the ribs. It makes me feel, say what it is out loud. I've been feeling, and just say out loud what you've been feeling, and really feel that in your body right now. Tapping the side of the wrist. And don't worry if you get the spot incorrect, just tap in the general area. It's better to just more focus on the emotion and follow with me. So I want you to tune into that fear. I want you to feel into the emotions that are coming up around it. I want you to feel into the thoughts that you're thinking. And I want you to just close your eyes for a moment and just tune into how all of that feels in your body. Does it feel heavy? Does it feel sticky? Does it feel oozy? Does it feel festering? Does it feel metallic? What does the texture of it feel like in your body? Just feel into the texture in your body of all of that stuckness. It feels really, and just say what it feels like right now. It feels really. Describe how it feels in the body, all of that block, all of that fear. It feels really. And I've been feeling that a long time. And I don't know what to do with it. Tapping the side of the thumb. I've been feeling, and just say what you've been feeling, about expanding my healing powers for a long time. Tapping the next finger, and I want to have a breakthrough now. I want to step into my next level. And I forgive myself for struggling with this. Tapping the next finger, I'm still worthy of love. I am still worthy of love. I love and accept myself right here. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger, I love and deeply accept myself right here. Tapping the inside of the little finger, I love and deeply accept myself exactly as I am. Even though I've been scared, even though I've been holding myself back, even though I've been thinking, say what it is, I love and accept myself. Tapping the side of the hand, it is possible I can heal this block. It's possible I can shift this block. I'm ready to shift this block so that I can bring more love to this world, so that I can be a gift to humanity, so that I can be part of the shift on the planet. I'm ready to look at this uncomfortable part inside of me so that I can help others. Feel that uncomfortable part, feel that discomfort, feel that squirming, feel that holding back, feel that self-doubt, feel that self-sabotage, feel that numbing, feel how you protect yourself, feel how you don't go for the dreams, feel how you doubt yourself, feel that squirm right now. Feel it in your body, intensify it by 50%. Really let yourself feel it just for a moment. Intensify it by 75%. Really get on the edge of the discomfort. That's how we're clearing it. And then move into the discomfort by 100%. Really be there. And as you're there, imagine that you're being wrapped in a blanket of compassion and love. Feel all of that compassion, holding that squirm, holding that holding back. Feel that compassion meeting you right there, and take a big, deep breath into it. Release a big sigh. Good. Tapping the top of their head. I've been holding myself back for a while, and it's not serving me anymore. Tapping between the brows. I've been doubting myself for a while, and it's not helping me anymore. Tapping the temples. It's possible it's not protecting me. all of these fears and doubts. Tapping the cheeks. It's possible they're not helping me. And I forgive myself for being in so much fear. And just send some forgiveness right now. Send some empathy, send some forgiveness for how that's wound up in your system. Send it some love, compassion. Take a big, deep breath. Release a big sigh. Good. Tapping underneath the nose. And I'm prepared to clean this up today. Tapping underneath the lips. I'm prepared to clean this up today so that I can channel more love, so that I can be a vessel of support. Tapping the center of the chest. I'm prepared to look at this more deeply today. It's possible if I look at this, I can heal this. It's possible my love can heal this. It's possible my love can shift this. It's possible that's why I'm here today. I can shift this today. It is safe. Big, deep breath in, big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the front of the ribs. Okay, you ready to go a layer deeper with me now so that it can really create the change? Give me a little thumbs up if you're ready. Okay, nice. Thank you. All right, so I want you to feel the discomfort that you've been feeling. I want you to feel the holding back that you've been feeling. I want you to feel the thoughts that you've been feeling. And I want you to lean into how that's been in your body, the discomfort of it, and how it's been showing up in your life. And what is the main thought that's going on in your mind? Tune into that. And as you tune into that, I want you to see if you can locate the earliest memory you have of feeling a similar way. The earliest memory that you have of thinking that same thought, because thoughts go on loops and then thoughts get put in all areas of our life, but they loop a lot. So when was the first time you remember thinking and feeling a similar way? And some of us can go all the way back to childhood, and some of us can only go back a year ago or 5 years ago, but just find the earliest that's for you. And that's where your subconscious wants to go right now. Tapping the side of the ribs. So as you tune into that memory of having that same thought, that same emotion, that same feeling in your body about your life, about your service, about being seen, about sharing, about being received, about trusting your value, about trusting that you can do it. See that memory? Tapping the side of the wrist and repeating after me. It all started when, and just say out loud when that started for you. I want to hear the story of what was taking place when this first began. And I want you to voice it out loud. Voicing it lights up the pathways inside the brain. Tapping the side of the thumb. It all started when, and just say the memory for you right now. Tapping the next finger. It all started when, and I want you to describe what was happening in that memory. So we're lighting up the memory now. I was, how old were you? Who was involved? Where were you? What was taking place? Tapping the next finger and just describe it in detail. The more detailed we can get, the more visceral it becomes alive in our system. I was, and then this happened, and then they said that, and I did this and that made me feel this way. So just tell me the story right now as we tap. And let's really be with it. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. And the most painful part of that memory was what? What was the most painful part of that for you? Where did you really take that sucker punch? Where did it really zap your energy? What was the most painful part for you? The most painful part was tapping the inside of the little finger. That's when I really started to doubt myself. That's when I felt disempowered. Tapping the side of the hand, that's when I started to question my ability. That's when I lost trust. That's when I really started struggling. Tapping the top of the head. I've been struggling a really long time. Tapping between the brows, and it's been repeating. And it's showing up in my life now. Tapping the temples. And so as you tune into that memory right now, as you tune into that most painful part, that part where you really felt like all your life force was taken, where you didn't feel like you could trust life, trust yourself, trust the situation, you didn't feel like you could show up the way you wanted to. As you feel into that right now, tapping the cheeks, this is the painful part. It's natural to feel the pain right now. As you're in that most painful part, I want you to enhance it. Zoom into the most painful part. Enhance the pain just for a moment so that we can clean it up. Expand the pain by 50%. Expand the pain by 75%. Really let it be uncomfortable just for a moment. We're bringing it up to the top of the nervous system right now. Enhance it by 100%. Really feel it. Oh my God, that was so uncomfortable. That wasn't fair. It didn't help me. It sabotaged me. All of that stuff. Feel it. Take a long, deep breath into it. Release a big sigh. Stretching open the mouth. Really open the mouth. Inhale. Tapping underneath the nose. And as you're in all of that pain right now, taking one more deep breath in, release a big sigh. And then you look over into the corner of the frame right now while all of that was taking place. And you look over while all of that friction was happening. And you see your higher self watching from afar right now. Tapping underneath the lips. And you see this orb of light around your higher self. Like that's so warm, that's so comforting, that's like the sunshine. And they've been watching all of that craziness, all of that fear, all of that contraction, all of that why me, how can I don't know, it's not safe, all of that in your system. And over in the corner is your higher self, resonant and loving and understanding. And they walk over to you in that moment right now with all of their love and compassion for what you went through. And they wrap their energy around you in that moment. They wrap their love around you in that moment. They wrap their care around you in that moment. They wrap their beauty, their love, their adoration, their understanding into you in that moment. And I want you to feel your higher self holding you in a really deep hug right now for everything that you're just going through. Feel the presence of that love holding you deeply in that moment. And take a long, deep breath into that resonance, that understanding, that care, and release a big sigh. Tapping the center of the chest, repeating after me, I'm worthy of love here. I'm worthy of love here. No matter how long I've carried this with me. And I can finally loosen my grip here. Feel how much you've been holding. Feel how much you've been stressing. Feel the hold, the grip. And feel yourself breathing love into that grip right now from your higher self. Take a big, deep breath, release a big sigh. Beautiful. Another big, deep breath, big sigh. Feel that love enter right now. Big, deep breath, big sigh. Tap in the front of the ribs. I want you to see your higher self right now. And I want you to see the higher self of all the people that have ever hurt you in this way or made you doubt yourself. Standing there with you right now. The lineage of people. The lineage of people who weren't safe enough in their being for you. And I want you to see their higher selves all surrounding you right now in a congregation of love. In a congregation of you are worthy. In a congregation of you are holy. In a congregation of it is time. In a congregation of your gifts are worthy of being shared. Feel everyone surrounding you right now. Now tune into all the people that have ever supported you. All the people that have ever believed in you. All of their higher selves now. And feel this congregation getting bigger. All the people that love you. All the people that believe in you. Feel them gathering around right now and loving you and holding you. And what do they want to say to you? What does this group of higher selves, of supporters, want to say to you right now? Feel them. Feel people coming forward now, whispering those words to you. Feel that you have all of your ancestors with you now. All of your guides. That it isn't just you doing it. That there is a team around you now. And that team is backing you up. And that team is carrying your work forward. And that team is supporting you to trust yourself. And feel what that kind of support feels like. Feel how that roots you into the earth, grounds you in your power, thrusts you in your certainty.
Let the river go to sea. Let the waves carry us.
Feel all of that supporting you right now. Feel how that feels inside your nervous system.
Just run free.
Take a big deep breath, breathe it all the way into your feet. Take a big deep breath, release a big sigh. Another big deep breath, let it all out. deep breath, big sigh, let it all out. Once more, feel any resistance to allowing that safety to come in. Let out the resistance, let it come in. Big deep breath. Once more, big deep breath, big sigh. Now I want you to lift your arms up and shake your arms and shake your shoulders. Shake your head. Just feel this for a moment, releasing any gripping right now in your system. Up and down with arms and shaking the head. Up and down with the arms, shaking the head, and now shaking the torso. And this shaking helps loosen the grip, the information in the cells, in the water in your body. So let's just move this out. This helps clear out over hormonal activity. It helps reset the nervous system. Let's just shake it out right now. Big deep breath. Now do the sound. More. Inhale, do the sound. Now I'm going to get you to stand up right now. Everyone's standing up with me. We're going to move this and then we're going to come back into presence, okay? So this is just for a short minute. Even if it feels a little awkward, we're going to shake. So I want you to feel your feet right now grounded on the earth and just lift up so the heels are bouncing on the earth. You're feeling a reverberation moving through the body, moving through the cells, okay? Let the arms be soft and just shake them out. Feel that reverberation right now. Okay, close your eyes and just let yourself shake. See if you can pick up the pace. All right, breathing it in. And just shaking out the energy right now, clearing it out and letting it have a bounce now, bouncing off the ground, letting all your limbs be heavy, letting all of the water in your body, all of the cellular information shake right now. All right, now just go for it. Shake your arms up, shake your arms down, and let's just have 1 minute of full-on shaking so that we can really clean up this energy right now. Let's go. All right, as we do this, we want to really allow the breath to move through the channel as well. So let's all take a big, deep breath. Stick out the tongue. Beautiful. Let's keep going with that breath. All right, cycling with that breath right now. Moving the energy. 20 more seconds. You got this. All right, inhale all the energy up. Hold the breath. Bring it down the center again. Blow it out. Bring the energy up. Exhale, blow it out. Once more, inhale all of it up. Inhale. And then blow it out. And coming back to a seated position. I want you to lift your arms up to the side right now like this. And just hold your arms out. Feel your heart beating. Feel the power inside your system. Feel the heart beating. Feel the aliveness right now. Feel yourself open and available to the universe. And just feel yourself breathing through the nose, channeling energy into any parts of the body that are clearing stagnation right now. Breathing deeply through the nose, channeling light into those parts of the body, clearing out that stagnation. Flip the hands over so the palms are facing the ground. Bring the hands to the center and then out. Just clearing this part of the funnel right now. Through the nose. Really moving the breath. Inhale to the center, exhale to the out. Let's get a little faster. Inhale to the center. Hold the breath. And then open up horizontal to the vertical. Hold the energy like you're sending it up to the sky now. And then blow it out. Holding one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Feeling the space right now. And I want you to imagine that your higher self is sitting in front of you in a chair in front of you right now. I want you to see all of their bright, beautiful energy. I want you to see their gifts. I want you to see their energy, their love. I want you to see their care. I want you to see them glowing back to you, knowing what you're here to do on planet Earth, what you're here to share with the world. And this is a moment with your higher self right now, connecting, looking at you right now. What do they want to say? What is their message to you as they look at you deeply in the eyes? And receive that message right now. What else do they want to say to you? And do you want to say anything to them? Do you have something to share with your higher self? Do you have a question for your higher self? And then tapping the center of the chest and repeating after me. I'm ready to trust this message. I'm ready to trust this message. I can trust this message. I'm ready to trust this message. It's possible this is why I'm here. And I'm surrendering into this message now. Take a big, deep breath into really allowing yourself to drink in that message from your higher self. And then exhale with a sigh. Tapping the front of the ribs. I can trust this message. Just close your eyes. Feel yourself integrating this message right now, whatever that is. Feel yourself trusting this message. What happens in your life when you fully trust this message? How do you show up for your gifts, for your healing, for your sharing when you fully trust this message? Beautiful. What lives are you touching? How are you touching the world with your gifts? And now I want you to expand that vision even more. How much more can you overflow? How much more can you give? How much more can you share? How much more can you trust? Feel that expanding like an overflow, like a waterfall of energy, moving through creation. Your love touching the world. Your love opening communities. Your love helping others heal. Feel it overflow right now. Feel the joy. What are the 3 positive emotions you feel when that's happening? What happens in your life when you say yes to that? What do you get to create? What do you get to be? Who do you get to be when you say yes to that? And what kind of fun do you get to have? I want you to see your life now, 1 year from today. Yes, that you said yes that night with that crazy lady in the orange dress. And now, what is happening in your life when you say yes to your healing gifts? When you say yes to your service? When you say yes to sharing your love? When you say yes to loving yourself and knowing you're worthy? Feel it right now. Take a big, deep breath and release a big sigh. Good. Tapping the side of the ribs. I love and deeply celebrate myself. And I think I'm ready. Tapping the side of the wrist to say yes to healing and giving my gifts to the world. It's possible. I can trust myself. I really want to trust myself here. And I'm stepping in to trust what I already know. Because I'm remembering. I'm remembering. I am remembering. I'm remembering. Why I came here. And feel what that feels like to remember. The innocence, the purity, the gift of remembering. Big, deep breath, big sigh. Now placing one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. And I want you to turn your camera on right now if you don't have your camera on. And I want you to hold your hands up to each other right now. This community that are saying yes to magnifying love. This community that are here to be a benefit on the planet. This community that knows that love is possible. This community that is ready to ripple out love. This community that gets to join together and transform war into love. That gets to join together and transform pain into pleasure. This community that gets to join together and to lift the vibration on planet Earth. This community. And so bring your hands up and just sway with everyone right now. And just let each other know that I'm with you, that we're in this together, that we chose this crazy time on planet Earth. And we chose to be here together, and that we get to band together, that we get to create community together, that we're doing this together, and that we're not doing it alone. We're doing it together. We're not doing it alone. We're doing it together. We're not doing it alone anymore. Big deep breath, big sigh. Big deep breath, big sigh. All around the planet right now, all of the different countries that we're all zooming in from. Feel everyone on the planet bringing this light, bringing this love, bringing this beauty, bringing this peace, bringing what's possible. Healing is possible. Healing is here today. Beautiful. Feel yourself receiving in the flow together. Let yourself receive the flow of love that we're all creating across the planet, sending it to the war zones, sending it to the places where there's famine, sending it to the places where there's no love, sending it across the planet like a sweep of energy. We got this together. We're doing this together. Big deep breath, big sigh. Embracing one hand on your heart, one hand on your chest. And feel what it feels like to be in community, to be in a joint, shared mission.
Coming back
And feel everyone in it with you right now, everyone holding each other. Feel the capacity that gets created from this.
You showed me that I was able, surrendering my heart, my cards were folded.
Put a big smile on your face.
Well, I got lost in crowds of hate. Now I'm coming home to mama, and I don't wanna be let go.
And now just imagine yourself stepping in fully, saying, I got this. I know what I'm here for. Hell yes, you're here. And now just imagine yourself celebrating, sharing your gifts, activating your gifts with the world. And send some love back to everyone in the group. And I want you now to go ahead and just write something that you're taking with you from this experience. What is the gift? What is the message? Was there a message from your higher self? What are you taking with you now? Write that into the chat area.
I'm brave enough to feel it. My heart has all the medicine I'll ever need to heal it. I'll be a walking revelation that loves the only notion, and I live for its creation.
Rebirth. Beautiful.
Searching for something they already are.
2020, trust, love, thank you. Don't be afraid, excitement, trust myself. I got this. Positive changes are coming. Courage, love, trust, happiness, connection, permission to follow my passion. We are powerful. Believe, trust in yourself, freedom, keep going. Love always wins. Moving forward, I am powerfully made. I can do it. We are powerful warriors. Everyone take a big deep breath into everyone's intention right now.
Is a remembering.
And then exhale with a big sigh. Beautiful. Feeling the space right now. Feeling the overflow of the space. And just tuning into the number now. What did you start with at the start? What was the block? Scale of 0 to 10, did the number go down? Tell me the number where you started and the number that you are at now in the chat. And if you want to share anything that you discovered today, you can go ahead and write that in the chat too. 10 to a 6, 10 to a 3, 5 to a 2, 7 to a 5, 8 to a 2, 8 to a 3, 9 to a 0, 7 to a 2, 6 to a 1, 8 to a 4, 5 to a 10, 7 to a 1. Wow, seeing all of these numbers. So beautiful. So as you can see, this method, it supports us in lowering the resistance so that we can be more open and free and deeply connected to what we're here to share on the planet. And this is why I do the work that I do. This is why I love this method. You can come back to this video and redo it, and you will be able to bring that number down even more, because the way this method works is we are bringing love and compassion to the pain. And every time we do that, it softens, it softens, it softens, and people come back to life. My life is a deep testament for that, coming out of this last year and healing through my own illness and watching all of my clients and watching thousands of students around the planet with this method. This works. It really works. And I would love to invite you into a deeper container with me. So this is the part where I'm about to share with you what we're opening up. So if you want to learn a little bit more about our tapping coach certification and what we're doing with this work and how we're bringing it to the world and the kinds of lives that we want to change and how we want to partner up with you and team up with amazing human beings that really want to embody love and to create community that wants to embody love on this planet, because there's a lot of cleanup to do. And it's just so much more fun and enjoyable when we do it together, as well as combining it with an amazing technique. So thank you to everyone who showed up for the tap. If you want to stay on, I'm about to dive in. We'll spend like 10 minutes going over my early bird certification, and you can learn, ask questions, things like that if you want to learn about it. And yeah, just know that I'm just so grateful for all of you, for how you showed up, for how you supported yourself, for how you supported each other. This is the basis of how I create containers as well, that we really co-create containers. So it's not just me, it's all of us in the field. So thank you to everyone for your contribution. I'm going to head on over now to our invitation page so that you can see what we're up to. Nice. Okay, beautiful. So this is our tapping coach certification. And we are opening up our early bird right now. This is an opportunity for you if you're feeling the call, if you're feeling the resonance to really up level your own healing powers and create a thriving business using tapping. Then I've created something really special. And this really is a culmination of all of my life's work, my 20 years of study, of healing myself, of working in this. And then as we move through this, you'll learn a little bit about what we go through over the 6 months. So you're going to discover how to liberate yourself and the world with a tapping business you love. This is a 6 month, 250-hour tapping coach certification. And it really lets you inspire yourself as well as others so that you can really be a gift on the planet. The world is calling out for more healers who are capable, trained, and ready to support this global awakening that we're on. And this program is really designed for that so that we can step out of pain, come into liberation, and support the world to remember a calm nervous system so that then we can enter into true spaces of bliss and joy as a humanity. And this is what we're up to. So the early bird is opening up on February 1st, and there's lots of things happening for the first 3 months before the official open to the program. And I'll go over those in the call today. So there's basically 4 pillars that we go through in the certification. So the first one is mastering your emotions. So you really get to do a lot of inner work on yourself. You get to really be the embodiment, and that's my number one priority with all of my coaches, is that we embody the work so that we can really hold the work. And so mastering your own emotions is a really important part. It's phase number 1. Then we have facilitating live, transforming one-on-one sessions, how to do skillful facilitation, similar to what I did today, working with tapping and the additional tools that come with tapping in my particular method. And then you'll also learn how to lead powerful group sessions, activating your potential to hold group containers, classes with poise and passion, and then really building and expanding your coaching business. So my feeling is that there are a lot of programs out there that teach you amazing techniques, but they don't give you the tools to really create a sustainable business. And so a lot of coaches are waxing and waning between sharing the gifts and then having to go back into corporate and things like that. And so my intention is to really give you the tools so that you can build a sustainable business as well. And so we teach you things like discovery calls, building coaching packages, marketing funnels, administration, building your social media following. So all of that comes with the gifts and the skills to help people heal. And so these are the tapping essentials, which is phase 1. You'll learn how to transform yourself, your own life, take healing into your own hands, discover simple ways that you can facilitate your own tapping sessions, creating scripts, learning how to really confidently move with the method for yourself. You'll get tapping rituals, self-care practices, and real authentic connection to your true self through the method. And then phase 2 is the 34 Dream Awake tapping techniques. So these are more techniques than what you would learn in a traditional tapping container, because I have a lot of studies in NLP, somatic movement, breath, visualization. And so these are a part of the tapping techniques that you'll get to learn. Shaking, embodiment movement, music, all of these things go into the tapping techniques as well as the traditional tapping techniques that you might learn in another course. So that's my own unique style. You get pre-written scripts to help clear out memories, old programs, and really support clients, step-by-step processes, advanced tools and techniques, cheat sheets, statements, phrases, words to use, so that you can really support clients in having deep transformation. And then in the group coaching module, you'll really design events, discover what is your niche? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to teach about? You'll learn how to create private sessions for groups, as well as build skills. There'll be fillable group tapping scripts to deliver highly transformative sessions, step-by-step checklists for delivering powerful group events. There'll also be feedback and student mentoring on your practice sessions. And then the fourth piece, which we discuss, which is really the business of tapping. So you're going to really learn the skills to do heart-based selling, create packages that honor your soul value. You'll discover the right and the wrong ways to build your community and attract high quality clients, gain access to all of my pre-approved apps and programs so that you can really manage and grow your business, your client database, and your online presence. After the 6 months, we also have an additional 1 month post-program support. And this is a really great way to connect, to continue to check in as you finish up the program, as you've got questions with your clients that are coming up. Every other week, we do a bi-weekly coaching call with me, and you'll also have lifetime access to the program as well, and lifetime access to a Telegram and WhatsApp group for all of the graduates. So you really make community and family when you're in the program. And so that WhatsApp group afterwards really supports you in keeping in touch with everyone, doing tapping trades, continuing to ask questions, grow your business. And that's our offering as a gift to you after you graduate as well. So as you're moving through the program, there's so much support as well. I really pride myself on holding everyone's hand. And Veda, who's on the call with us as well, who's also a graduate in the program several years ago, she's there with me. And we have a really powerful support system. So all of your questions get answered. There's a dedicated Dream Awake support team for you. You're getting weekly tapping trades with others in the program. So if you're moving through things or you want to practice techniques, that's also happening. There's group discussions. There's live tapping immersions with me each week. And there's a private Telegram community as well, which really is a breathing space for you so that you can ask questions. You'll receive real-time coaching Monday to Friday from me in the private Telegram group as well. And that will really support you in shaping your journey throughout the program. Also, you'll have a Dream Awake mentor assigned to you. So once a month, you'll have a 30-minute call with a mentor that will check in with you. How are you doing? What are you moving through? How can we support you to move through the content? What questions do you have about techniques? Things like that. So that's your one-on-one every month. The Q&As are happening every week with me, once a week. And as I mentioned, our registration will be closing for early bird on January 30th. And this is just a little example of what you will experience during the actual program. So every Monday, you get all of your content. You get all of your videos, your quizzes, your study materials. They arrive on a Monday. On a Tuesday, either 10 a.m. or 6 p.m. PST, we do a live class. It rotates. And then you get personal study every week. You get homework, you get tapping trades, you get tapping assessments. That we will be guiding you through as well. So as we go through this, I'll have Veda pop the URL for the invitation page onto the chat. If you have any questions after today, you can go ahead and schedule a call. And I'm personally jumping on a call with everyone that is interested because it really means the world to me to really meet the people and to really understand what your energy is like, how you feel in the container, how it can support you. So if you want to jump on a call, know that I'm available for that. This is all happening from the comfort of your own home. It's 100% online. If at any point in the program you need to pause, you can always come back to it, or you can be in the flow with us for the flexibility. So what we're opening up today is something very special, and we're only opening up 14 spots because we want to create a really deep inner circle that opens before the certification. And so this inner circle is going to be a 3-month coaching container with me prior to the actual opening of the certification. It'll be a way for you to drop deeply into the method, prepare yourself, and connect with me and have a little bit more one-on-one time with me. And so there will be a Telegram mastermind group for all of us. And this will be personalized guidance, voice texts and question prompts and things like that happening on a weekly basis. We'll open that particular container with an embodiment leadership training for coaches. And that's really a masterclass to help you dissolve some of the old identity around caregiving or the ways that you've been holding yourself back, clearing out any challenges that might come up around boundaries, anchoring you into deep states of presence so that you can really prepare yourself to hold deep, safe healing containers with the method. So that will be happening on February 3rd. And then you'll be getting access to a live tapping toolkit program, which will start on February 17th. And so there's a few live workshops that will be happening in this program as well. And these are really also great entry points into the method. So shifting someone's emotional state in 15 minutes. These are all 90-minute classes. In this particular workshop, you'll be given frameworks, tapping sequence, and cueing techniques that help really create rapid transformation in as little as 15 minutes. You'll also get a workshop on how to create a morning tapping ritual, which you can use for yourself and others. And these rituals are a combination of tapping, breath work, and intention setting. And you'll learn a signature ritual. You'll create your own signature ritual that you can then use in your life as well or train your clients in. And then the third workshop, which will be happening in April, is your nervous system tools for real lasting change. And so we'll be going deeper into different tools that will help you repattern, regulate, and transform from the inside out. So these will be tapping variations, safety building cues, as well as ways to guide people through really deep emotional terrain. So these are some of the early bird bonuses. You'll also get your own printed tapping journal, which will send to you in the mail. So as you do your own inner work throughout the program, this is a really great way to journal. It's got questions, it tracks your progress, and you can really see your growth in real time in that particular journal. There'll be an Activate Your Vision masterclass, which is a really beautiful way to also start the container to get really clear on what you want to do in the next 6 months and how you want to change your life and what you want to step into and the kind of business you want to grow and how you want to use your healing gifts as a tapping coach. And so that's a really great masterclass that will support you in getting really crystal clear on what the 6-month plan will be. We also have a tapping business startup kit. These are all bonuses that you'll be getting. And this business startup kit is really, it's saving you all the legal headache that you need to really be a professional coach. So it's the legal documents, the waivers, the privacy policies, the consent forms, all of these things that you need to actually have a viable business that protects you, that protects the safety of your business. And they're fill in the blank templates so that you can use them, place them on your website, share them with your clients and things like that. You'll also get a replay of our tapping on trauma masterclass. And this is a really, really beautiful stage to set as we go into the deeper work in the certification, because when you're working with tapping, this isn't just topical tapping. We're working with lots of deep topics as well. That means if anyone shows up with a struggle, you can really handle it, whether it's suicidal ideation, sexual trauma, PTSD, childhood abuse, physical abuse, anxiety attacks, emotional overwhelm, grief, all of these emotional issues that come up for a lot of coaches, we will guide you and show you how to really work with them. I'll also introduce you into a vagus nerve massage that helps regulate the nervous system. There'll be checklists in this trauma masterclass as well for suicide prevention and lots of different ways to really support others through some of the deeper healing that can come up in EFT tapping sessions. So this is all that we're offering. And as we move into our early bird, we have a discount for the early bird, and it's a $500 cash discount as well. So when we do the official launch, it's usually $5,000. So it's $4,500 for the container, and that's 9 months, really, the 3 months with me and then the 6 months. And you can really split it up as well. You can make it a 13-month payment plan to make it easy for you. We have 100% satisfaction guarantee with this. And so as you enroll into the program and as you experience some of the work that's coming through in the 3-month container, If at any point in the first month it doesn't feel like a fit for you, it doesn't feel aligned, you're not into my energy or whatever it is, we'll give you 100% money back, no questions. You just need to let us know and we will honor that. So that's makes it really easy for you to jump in, give it a try, feel it with us, and get to experience the work as well. So let's sum this all up a little bit. So here's everything that is included in your tuition. In addition to the bonuses that I just mentioned, you'll get 4 pillars of your tapping certification that we went over. You'll get your tapping trainings, the master classes, the live immersions with me. You'll have your tapping mentor for your one-on-one coaching, an instant community of tappers, plus all of your resources, the tapping scripts, the task lists, the ways to really build your business. And once again, we really valued this at around 24,500 if we were to split this up into separate modules and to create them into programs and all the time that we poured into it. So, yeah, we want to make it accessible for as many people as possible. And so we landed on the number of 4,500 for our early bird. And one thing that I am actually offering for anyone that signs up today that wants to really join and wants to really dive in with us, anyone that signs up today, I'm going to be offering a free one-on-one coaching session with me as well. So that's if you sign up after the call, you'll get an email from me and we'll do a one-on-one 90-minute session, and we can either focus on your own emotional process or what you're ready to bring in this training yourself and in your business. So yeah, once again, lots of endorsements from different people that I've worked with: Deepak, Don McGowan, Michael Beckworth. These are people that I travel with, I work with, that I teach alongside. You could also check out a lot of the big shifts that our students are having, everything from personal inner shifts through the program to making money in the program, to feeling like they can really hold deep levels of space. So if you feel like checking out any of these testimonials, you can click on them and their videos as well. And yeah, so what makes this different than any other program, any other tapping certification out there? So it is my unique style of tapping. I think most people, there's probably a bunch of graduates on the chat right now that could vouch for my style of teaching, which is a very deep style of tapping, because we do a lot of the inner child work. We're doing ancestral work. We're really going into deep places. And so a lot of trainings, you could do maybe a 6-week training out there, but it's not really trauma informed. It's not helping you with all of the different complementive modalities that help you really create sacred, safe space. So it is my form of tapping that I'm offering. There is lifetime access to the program. And we do support all coaches of all kinds. So whether you're just beginning, whether it's new to you, or you're already a coach, or you've studied tapping somewhere else, we can meet you exactly where you are. Once again, you'll have a dedicated mentor. There's outstanding customer support, and we have 100% money back guarantees. So that's a little bit about the program. Once again, we're opening up 14 early bird spots to really enter into this 3-month coaching container with me so that we can go a little bit deeper in the actual program once we start. So what I'd love to do right now, if anyone has any questions and you want to run them by me, I can respond to them in the chat right now. And yeah, Beta, if you see any that popped up for us in the earlier timeline, you can pop them in the chat. But yeah, if you have any questions, just pop them in, or if you want to raise your hand, you can always raise your hand and I can get to you. Otherwise, I can go through a few questions that I know often come up in my discovery calls. Once again, you can book a discovery call with me as well. So some of the things that often come up in the discovery calls is, if I'm a newbie, is this certification appropriate for me? So definitely, if you're a newbie, you're going to be taken from the very beginning. And if you've been studying tapping for a while, it's a great place to begin as well, because my style of tapping is unique, and some tapping methods don't use the hand point, some tapping methods don't use the breath, for example. So everyone's going to start from ground zero. So wherever you're at in your tapping practice, we're all going to start there from a place of curiosity. Judita, yes, you missed the session. We will be sharing the recording with you. I'll add your course to my bucket list, but I need a job first. Okay, Elma, one step at a time, right? Exactly. And know that this program is really designed for people that want to build businesses as well. So a lot of my students have been in corporate in the past and they're wanting to get out of corporate and build their own business, which is then becomes a sustainable practice for you. So if you are wanting to really take it and make it a financial income for yourself, this is what we teach in the program as well. Okay, a couple other questions. I'm already a coach and I'm looking to bring tapping to my current practice. Will this support me? Absolutely. You'll hit the ground running. We had Genevieve in our program who was already coaching, and I think on week 6 she brought in a $14,000 client because she just added the taps. And then on week 6 we did a money tap and we helped clear out some of her blocks, and she made 14K that particular week. So we at the start of the program, if you want to start representing yourself as a tapping coach after week 6, you've done all the basics and you can start bringing that into your current coaching practice as well. So you don't have to wait to the end of the 6-month container to actually make money. You can start after week 6. Okay, do I need to do the tapping certification at certain times, or can I complete the materials anytime? You will have the materials dripped out every week. You can take your time with them. You can stay on track with us. It's totally up to you. Sometimes life takes over and people need to pause and they come back, and that's totally fine. And some people really want to be deeply involved in all of the movement, the community, the tapping trades, and supporting each other and asking questions, and you can be that actively involved as well. Okay, beautiful. If it gets busy at odd times when lives are happening, etc., is it easy enough to change days or times to fit? Yeah. So every Tuesday, there is either a 10 a.m. or a 6 p.m. live class, and you will have the opportunity to show up live or do the replay. You'll also have the opportunity to write questions out for me that I will respond in the live, even if you can't make it. So all of your answers will get answered. All of your questions will get answered in the lives, even if you can't make it. Beautiful. Definitely will add this to my list right after I finish my yoga teacher training, 500 hours. Nice. Good one, Sarah. So on my bucket list, are there any courses that I can start to deeply study tapping right now before I'm ready to build a business? There are free courses that I have on my website, and some shorter programs as well, which we can recommend to you for sure. Just reach out to the support at Jennifer Partridge and we can send you in the right direction. Okay, so fully committing to the program, getting the most out of it will take time. How much time do I need to set aside each week? So basically, you're looking at around 5 to 8 hours a week, depending on whether you're doing tapping trades or not. So to complete the program over the 6 months, we ask for you to do 60 hours of tapping trades. Not everyone finishes it in the 6 months. There's still time to do it afterwards. But each week there's a 90-minute to 2-hour masterclass that happens with me, which you'll do as a replay. And then there's study material as well as tapping trades. So yeah, that works out to be around 5 or so hours if you're really quick, if you're really committing to it. Okay, Shreya. A question which is a bit of out of current topic. Given your previous experience with yoga, could you also recommend a yoga teacher training institute that I can trust? Come to Bali. There's lots of yoga trainings in Bali. Happy to talk to you about it offline. Yeah, definitely. But Bali has some amazing ones. When will I receive my final certification? So final certification will happen at the end of the 6-month training. Once you've completed your 60 hours, there's also tapping assessments that happen throughout the program, 2 major tapping assessments where you'll submit to us your practice sessions, and we will go through them, give you thorough notes on them and feedback on them so that you can improve as a tapping coach. And so there's a few pieces like that that need to be completed prior to the certification being released. Okay, will I get guidance and healing support from Jennifer? Absolutely. So, one of the things that we really pride ourselves on is having intimate containers. So, usually we have between 25 to 30 people in the container, which is why we're opening just 14 spaces up for this particular cohort. so that I can really be a support for you. I have Veda on the call, who's also a mentor, and we have our team here supporting you. But during the Telegram group, you can ask questions. You'll also have an opportunity to be coached with me live in some of the calls. And I get to know everyone really deeply. And that's why I really love to drop in with people and do calls with everyone and learn about them. So if you do want to hop on a discovery call, I would love to meet you as well, because this is family for me. It really is. I know that there are a lot of containers out there that are taking like thousands of people or even hundreds of people, and we keep our containers clean and tight, and we create really close community, and that allows me to really be a deep mentor for you as well. And you can ask questions in the Telegram group and I will get back to you, and there's questions in the live Q&A, and yeah, I get to learn you, I get to know your story, I get to invest in what you're building, and that feels really special to me. So that's how that works. And then, yeah, that's basically it. So if you wanted to do the program and you wanted to join us for these 3 months, we would love to have you with us, and I'd love to learn about you, and I'd love to drop in deep. And so that's what we're doing. If you do sign up today after this masterclass and you want to join us, I'm offering you a free one-on-one session with me as well, so which is different than a discovery call. It's a 90-minute deep dive, and we can go in a couple different directions. We can look at where you're at in your life. We can look at what you're moving through emotionally, or we can look at what you want to create in your world and where you're at. And we'll do a tapping session around it as well. So that's my offer to you guys for showing up on the call live with me. And these 3-month packages are really so that we can go deep before the certification. All right, Summer, how do you handle all the emotions and pain of others? So it's self-responsibility. We share the tools, and then we help you regulate with your own tools. And one of the things I love about tapping is when you're holding someone and you're tapping with them, you're regulating yourself as they're regulating themselves. And so you're able to actually regulate yourself and not get so involved in their emotions. And so you get to have really clean energy with the people that you work with, because you're self-regulating. And what you often find as a healer, if you do feel like you're getting overwhelmed by your clients, it's usually because there's some wounding that's still involved from when you felt like you had to take care of mom or dad. And feeling like it's our responsibility to fix it. So letting go of that responsibility and recognizing that we get to be a resonant field for people to co-regulate with us. We're not taking on the responsibility of fixing them ever, because it's up to them to fix themselves. We hold regulated energy and we share a tool so that they can regulate themselves. And we go into all of that inside the program as well, so that you can continue to expand your offerings and your sharings without being overloaded, and having really clean energy, clean boundaries, clean containers. And a lot of that has to do with how you set up your containers with expectations with clients and things like that, so that they know how to navigate through those containers with you. And that's really fun to share as well. Beautiful. Okay. Are there any courses that I can start deeply? Okay, beautiful. Awesome. Amazing. All right. Well, I want to thank you, loves, for staying with me, for tapping, for sharing all of this amazing shift that we had today. So you're going to receive an email. You've got the links here. If you have any questions, know that we're here for you. This is a journey into our own self-realization as we help others remember that truth as well. And we're going to be opening the container up in a couple of weeks. And if you sign up today, we'd love to have you, and yeah, be a part of this next chapter with you as you step into your healing powers. And I just want to thank Veda, who's on the call with us as well. She's my right-hand girl. Thank you, Veda. We're here with you each step of the way. So let us know how we can support. And yeah, love you all. Thank you for just shining that light tonight, all together, shining that beauty, shining that gift. It was really a highlight for me. And yeah, hope that we can go deeper. All right, we'll see you again soon. All of my love.